Hi everyone, welcome back to the Yorkshire Scousers channel. Here is a wonderful vlog of the York Walls inspection with the Sheriff of York and the Sheriff's Army, and enjoy the video and I'll see you in the next one. Please remember to share, click and subscribe. Also guys, please keep watching right until the end, as there is a bit of a surprise right at the end of this broadcast. Thank you. So hi guys, Yorkshire Scouser here, back in the beautiful city of York, just up to the mansion house in St Helens Square shortly to meet up with everybody, and I'll see you soon. So hi guys, I'm just outside the mansion house, just waiting for everybody congregation to get together. A lot of scaffolding on it though, so we're going to meet up somewhere else. I'll just turn the camera around. Yeah, so there it is guys, it's looking a bit of an eyesore. The benefit of visitors, at the moment, the mansion house reopens in August very busy, 2025. Very busy today. I came last week. So yeah, just waiting for my friend Tom Gibson, and see you shortly. I'll do it. So guys, well, here's Tom again, who we interviewed in February. We're going to be doing the walk around the wall, so it's over to your place, Tom.
Hello there again, Chris. Yeah, we're doing the Sheriff's Army event here in York today.
Yeah.
When we come to the proclamation with the Sheriff at the beginning of the walk,
yeah,
you'll hear how the origins of this. It was actually William I, also known as William the Conqueror, yeah, who gave the city sheriffs the right to raise an army. This was after the city had rebelled against the army he'd left here in 1068. He then built two castles and gave both sheriffs the right to raise an army. There's absolutely no evidence at all that an army was ever raised in the city, except during the Civil War. But we do it these days. It was revived 12 years ago for then Sheriff Alderman Brian Watson. He and I organised this event. This is the 10th time it's been run, interrupted only by COVID.
Yeah.
And sadly the first time without Brian, who sadly died shortly after last year's army. So we're running it today.
Yeah.
We've got the guilds involved, the civics involved, members of the public involved, many of them in costume,
yeah,
and we even have the York Guard involved.
Wow.
Okay.
Fantastic. So we've got the flag in here. We've got the is it like it's a royal link, isn't it? That's good. It's just get you all on. It's just putting the thank you for that, Tom. It's been a pleasure speaking again, Tom. Thank you. Yeah. So we've been going around vlogging it, taking pictures, little chaps. So we've got the flag out. So it's all looking good, guys. Yeah, so guys, that's Tom there telling us about the history of the Sheriff's Army. We're sorry about the background noise, there's somebody singing and busking. I'm on the walk, and see you shortly. So guys, Sheriff's Army now setting off, we're all assembling, ready to go, good to go. Let's go. Listen for your instructions, Tom. Okay, Sergeant.
I will do, yes.
I'm going to walk up at the front, Tom, then I can get you all in.
You can also tell me if I'm going too fast.
I wouldn't know, because
well, if they're all,
I think everybody should go at your pace. Yeah, you're just about 4 feet in front. Go this way then. So you guys are the yeoman's heading.
York Guard.
York Guard is York Guard like the yeoman's, yeah.
I suppose it's the nearest equivalent, yes.
Yes.
All right.
Very nice atmosphere.
Chris, I would get ahead.
Yeah.
We're going here.
Yeah.
Down over Lendal Bridge. I would get ahead and film passing shots.
Shall I turn the camera around?
If you like.
And then go the other way?
I would go ahead and film backwards towards us.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, yeah? Okay. So I'm just going ahead, guys, swimming backwards. Tom's advice there, which is going to be good. There we are. So I'll try and go the other way. I'll turn the camera around and just go the other way. So guys, we'll be turning over, going over the bridge shortly. Just head here. To the side. Then we're going ahead the bridge. Going to this bridge shortly. Then going round to the walls. Go on, mate. Hold. Hold. Cute. So guys, lovely.
He's telling him that there's no right turn there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm telling, advise them to stop as well. So I'm walking ahead. Tom,
Yeah.
are we all across? I think we're all across. Right. So here we go. It's looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's do it.
Oh, we'll do that soon enough.
And again. Moving. Keep moving. So, turn the camera around again. There we go. So, got everybody behind us. Pull the camera up so we can get a better view. There we go. A lot of tourists here today, guys. Just turn the camera back round. There you go. So, try and get myself out the shot. Everybody else in. Nope. So I'll be back shortly. We'll go around the other bit and just going to show you the walls now where we're going. So there we go, guys. Just going along here shortly. Guys, just going to follow everybody up now. We're going to up to the back, so I'm just going to go back to the congregation for the moment. There we are. Much better this way, and then you can see where they're going. Get everybody in. That's a nice car, isn't it? That's nice. There we are, back at tower, 700 years old.
Like, you can like say hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for being. Thank you.
Hello, dear. Are you happy to go on my camera, Chris?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
I'm the sheriff, as you know.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Lovely.
Sheriff, I think we're going to do the proclamation up there.
Morning, ma'am.
Where it's a little bit raised for you.
This is Rich, who is
We've met.
Certainly not Paul, then, are you?
No.
Sorry about that.
I'm totally organised. So,
Lovely Rems Rich, another gentleman here, all on. So, this is the sheriff. York.
Oh, that's cute.
It's going to be a nice event.
join in.
Yes. Tell me where you want me to stand.
You okay?
Near the York
If
Guard.
you need any help, let me know.
Oh, hello.
You've got some chance of it.
I'm just about to finish a call.
Yes, we've got a proclamation being read at the moment. So I'll proclamation.
We've been doing been doing it for hundreds of years.
Are you joining us?
I'm one of the undesirables.
A quick photo. Camera, before I do
Lovely.
Lovely. Thank you for the Hi.
So there was a proclamation just going to be read. So I'll zoom in. Would you like me to hold with this hand and take some pictures?
Actually, you'll take pictures.
Yeah, she's very good at it.
Send them to me, won't you?
She's very good at it. She's been taking pictures of us. This is the sheriff doing the proclamation.
I'm fine. I've just got a simple bag. A simple bag. Shall I make a start?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sheriff of York.
My Lord Mayor, Masters, Governors and officials of the York Guilds, civic dignitaries, freemen of this city, ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the responsibilities and duties instructed by His late Majesty William I in 1068, when the sheriffs His Majesty placed here were ordered to ensure the security of his law-abiding subjects within the city walls. As the King's Sheriff of York, I have deemed it right, proper and fitting that an army of citizens be raised in defence of our city on this day, the 12th of April 2025. I hereby charge those dutiful citizens who have answered the summons to patrol the city walls for the purpose of ensuring our lawful freedoms, customs and franchises within the walls may be saved, maintained and upheld to the best of our power and cunning on this day. You shall follow the leader of our route, being attentive to their instruction at those points where it's deemed they should be given. I charge you to be vigilant and attentive to your duties. Be alert and watchful as you traverse the paths and stairs of the walls, especially when crossing public thoroughfares. Be mindful of your position as members of my army and the safety of your fellows and other peaceful citizens you may encounter, and keep the peace. So help you God.
Yes. Wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now set off and do the annual inspection of the walls. So I will stop at key locations on the way and explain a little bit about the areas that we're in. So if we would like to set off now.
And can I say how
They're waiting for us,
lucky we
Tom.
are
See you soon.
to have John Oxley here with us,
Yes.
an archaeologist who is really well informed and will give us lots of information as we walk around.
Well, I've been well informed on when I interviewed Tom in February as well on my channel, John. So nice to meet you, young man. Nice to meet you, John.
And you too.
I'll have to quick picture with you if that's all right. Just turn that.
You're busy in May, right?
So there we go then, guys. We're inspecting the castle walls. Yeah. So we'll look round now. This will be first time for me personally that I've gone and walked all of the walls. So little lookouts here. Afternoon. You want to see this on YouTube? The Yorkshire Scouts there, the old vlog on there. Hi. All right, Bruce. Nice atmosphere, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I'm going into military mode now. What a lovely feeling. part of the history. Hi there. Afternoon. Good afternoon, welcome to York.
You didn't look that old.
There's bits and bobs here, guys. As there's the Grand Hotel. It's a beautiful building. Looks like Cleopatra. Looks like where the president lives. That's what that reminds me of. See guys, just going to turn the camera on, get another view of the walls the other way around. There we go. High view there. Over here. So followers following the army. View there as well. See the standpoint. Turn the camera back around. So just say guys, this is an annual walk. If anybody wants to join us next year, everybody is welcomed. It's a nice feeling. Beautiful blossom trees there, perfect time of the year. And there's the railway station in the distance. Whoops. There must be stuff in then. Right. Some steps here, didn't realise. There we are. Hi.
Oh, lovely.
Hello. It's a nice feeling. I feel honoured to be part of this event that is centuries old. Well, if you miss your step here, it's a long drop down. So there is still some scaffolding work going on at the railway station. That was here last time I was here, still not completed. To any of me followers around the world, if you haven't visited York, it's a must visit. It's the capital of Yorkshire. You will not find much of a nicer place. Harrogate's nice, but yeah, beautiful city. And then in the background there, that goes towards the National Railway Museum down on Leeming Road. Might be time to take the jacket off because it's getting pretty warm. It's getting pretty warm, so I'm going to remove my jacket. Maybe not. Just do it for the walk. Keep it on for now.
So at that time, the trains are running west and east.
Well, Sheriff, we can be very proud of these walls. They're in great nick.
Oh yeah.
I see some new stone now that's been added. With some of the stone cutters here. Another fantastic view there. Got another little chat here. So I'm going to wait for everybody to catch up.
The tower stands in the corner of the city walls on the southwest side of the Ouse. So we are away from the main medieval centre of the city, which is on the other side of the river. But this was a very important area in the Roman period and from around the 10th century onwards. We have lots of archaeological evidence for the importance of this area and the growth of settlement in this area, both domestic and industrial, from the 2nd century onwards. However, I don't want to talk about the archaeology of the Romans or the Saxons, the Anglians, or the medieval period. This year is, of course, the 200th anniversary of the Stockton and Darlington Railway, the first passenger railway in the world.
Yeah.
And this particular part of the city has been dominated since 1839 by the railways and the railway industry. In particular, the section of wall that we've just walked along includes two very large arches, two very large railway arches. They were built in 1839 and in 1841, and they were constructed at the request of George Hudson, chairman of the railway company, to give access into the city where a railway station was constructed, York's second railway station. There was originally a halt outside the city walls before those railway arches were constructed, before the railway station, which is the site of West Officers. West Officers preserves a lot of that railway station. Those two railway arches there were built in 1839 and 1841, and then, so far as we know, nothing was done to them until in 2004. Malcolm Jews, who was the engineer's assistant, was inspecting the walls and he saw a crack, and he put his tape measure down the crack between the paving stones, and when it got to the end of his 6-metre tape measure, he thought, perhaps we should investigate this. So nearly £500,000 later, the City Council restored those arches to make them structurally sound for the next 100 years and to conserve them so that they continue to look as they looked before the work was done. Now, I had the pleasure of taking councillors along the walls after the work was completed, and I explained to them what we'd done, and I explained where their £464,000 had been spent. And one of the members looked me in the eye and he said, "How much?" I said, £464,000. And he looked, he says, "But you can't see anything." And I said, that is exactly the point. On the city walls, wherever possible, we do work that preserves the character and appearance of the structures. And it's only in exceptional circumstances that we will do work which has a very contemporary character. That councillor started this Sheriff's Army, and 10 years ago Councillor Brian Watson had the idea of creating the Sheriff's Army and creating this annual event. And it's a great shame that Brian is no longer with us to enjoy this event, but I'd like to thank Brian, I'd like to thank his memory, and I'd like to thank him for the anecdote which I'm always able to tell about the conservation works we carried out on the city walls there.
Yes. And can I just say, can I echo what John has said? I would like to thank Brian and his memory too. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue along the walls, and because we've got quite a lot of wall to cover in a relatively short period of time, we're going to walk all the way along here, and we'll end up at Bitch Daughter Tower at the very far end of the city walls.
So guys, I'll put it back on in a minute and we'll video that in a minute. There we go guys, so we're just going through here now to this little tunnel. It's a bit cooler here. Took some sun off a little bit. Just a little bit there because I was just chatting to Mr. Oxley.
As long as it's not damaging people too bad. I have a lovely time.
Thank you so much. Welcome to York. I live here.
I spoke to you earlier, didn't I, about your hat?
Thanks.
Yeah, nice to see you. What's your name?
Hello, Steve.
Hi Stephen, Chris.
I live here.
Yeah,
so
it's a Prada hat, that isn't it?
Pardon?
Prada.
Samuel Windsor.
Okay, Windsor, yeah, the Prada style, the Italian styles. I get all mine from the hat shop.
I got mine from what's called that shop at High.
I live in Hull, but I'm here all the time.
Shop on High Petergate.
Yeah, did a couple of vlogs last week, the cheese shop and the Gaita Cafe.
Oh,
It's a bit of a drop, isn't it, if you miss a step there?
yeah, it is.
What a day for it though, everything's in bloom.
Well, enjoy the last decent weather.
Yeah, absolutely. It's changing next week, isn't it?
We're in God's own country.
Absolutely. Largest county in England, 9 counties away from Cornwall.
But we are also the regional capital.
Yes.
Older to give it.
Well, York's the capital of Yorkshire.
Yeah, but give you its Saxon name, Ethelwick.
Yes.
Remember my ancestors.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the Vikings come turned up, made a mess.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Tom told me about that when I interviewed him in February. Went to his home.
Essentially, they committed.
Hi there. Yeah, it's a nice tourist. Some pictures.
This is my army.
Yes, and we're all looking after her. We're going to take care of the sheriff. We'll make sure no harm comes to the sheriff.
That's their ladies. They got friends. They can get the mobile out and our police service there about doing it.
Yes, I abandoned.
Some trees budding up here now. Come on, yeah. Nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. So there'll be another standpoint shortly that we'll be coming to. And then John Oxley will tell us a bit more. It's fantastic. If you've never been around the city walls, it's a must-do experience. It's kind of remarkable, the condition that the walls are in. It's the odd restoration, but other than that, very rarely stand up to the elements very well. So Tom Gibson's not come on the walk. He's going to meet us at the Red Tower. She'll be around there soon.
No. I run a community club in Scarborough. So that happens at the end of the last 2 weeks in May every year. We run it so what we do is
Hi there, welcome to York.
Thank you.
and then we work with this year we'll be working with 7 environments. So we'll have about 2 or 4 children. And so we take turf.
Welcome to York, guys.
And then they all get the foul, kneel and put on and everything.
Cute little baby there.
And then they
Parents are carrying. Some nice houses here as well. Looks like a lot of them are Georgian style. Some interesting eaves there on top. So the guy is just going to turn the camera around so we can get the rear view. There we go, guys. This is the rear guards coming up. View there. And then turn back round.
1800 years. And the kids just remember
That was very dignity in the garden.
yeah.
But yeah, they do. And it's a shame, some of it's
No, I'm a great believer in that.
Yeah, so just to save the battery, I shall stop filming until we get to the next vantage point. There we go, guys, here now. So Mr. Oxley's just going to speak again. Nice experience.
It is, isn't it? It's fun.
Can't turn the camera.
Sheriff, Master, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bitch Daughter Tower. Known in the 15th century and in the 1440s as By-Daughter Tower. By-Daughter Tower. The origins of the name lost in the mysteries, the mists of time, I'm afraid. The significance of this tower and this rampart that we've walked along here, a rampart that extends along to the hill with the trees on it, is that we are in the corner of one of the 2 castles that William the Conqueror built in York between 1067 and 1069. So York is very unusual and it has 2 castles built here. It speaks to the importance of the city in the 11th century and the importance of the city to the new Norman rulers of England. The Normans not only built this Motte and Bailey castle in this part of the city, they also built the Motte and Bailey castle, which is now Clifford's Tower, the Eye of York, and there were 2 Baileys there, an outer Bailey that has now disappeared. They built the 2 castles, they built or rebuilt the Saxon Minster. They created the Norman Cathedral, which is subsequently demolished, and it's now the wonderful Gothic structure that we have today. They established St Mary's Abbey, and they built a royal palace, one of the least known 11th century structures in the city. And that palace was built on what is the site today of West Officers, which, as I was telling you at Toft's Tower, is in fact the second railway station was constructed in York by George Hudson to bring the railways into the heart of the city. The Normans utterly transformed the city of York. If you'd been 10 years old in 1066 and you'd lived until you were sort of like 60 years old, so if you'd lived round through to 1110, you would have seen a city that saw such transformations that were not to be seen again until the coming of the railways. The castles, the rebuilding of the Minster, St Mary's Abbey, the Royal Palace, and, as we will see when we get to Fishergate Poston, the construction of a dam across the River Foss that flooded the whole of the Foss Valley, creating an artificial lake. It provided water defences for York Castle, but it also became a great resource for the people of the city. They were able to catch fish in it, and they were able to throw their rubbish into it. And that's why today that King's Fish Pool has almost completely disappeared, because all of that water has been reclaimed. And as we walk around the area along Foss Islands Road, where there is no wall, you will see just how big that artificial lake actually was. So what I propose to do now is, as the gate is open onto the top of Bale Hill, I suggest we walk down here and go up onto the top of Bale Hill and take the advantage of the fact that the leaves are not on the trees. So for that this short period of time in winter, you can see how the two Norman mocks, these two earthen mounds that were constructed between 1067 and 1069, we can see how they relate to each other. So it's a bit of a rough path up onto the top of the motte, so do be careful as we climb up there, but I'll say a few more words when we get there.
Excellent, so I'll just stop the vlog for now until we get back up there. What I'll do, guys, when we get up there, I'll just take pictures of the next bit. The battery's sort of down, so I'll take pictures so we can relate to that, and you'll see that when this is completed. So guys, we're just going up the hill. Battery is running low. We'll manage for the time being. This is the hill that John was just talking about. Just up to the top here, it's a bit steep, and here we are. This is it. Let's get back round here.
Chilling myself.
It would be nice in the winter, would it? Right, to the centre here.
Master, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bale Hill. We are stood on top of this 11th century motte, this mound of earth that we have in this location, that was built as the strong point of this modern Bailey Castle. Through the trees we can see Clifford's Tower, and Clifford's Tower sits on top of the 11th century motte that is the centre, or was the centre, of York Castle. York Castle, Bale Hill, these twin motte and Bailey castles defending the river, the entrance from the south into the city. I cannot overemphasise the importance of the river to the military and trading life of the city of York, from the Roman period through the Anglian Anglo-Saxon period, the Viking period, and in the medieval period. At all times, the river has been the main artery that has brought goods into the city taken goods out of the city. It has provided that artery which has driven the economic life of the city. And it's interesting that it's when you get into the 17th and 18th centuries, when the river silts up, that York tends to go into a bit of decline, and the towns of West Yorkshire during that early part of the Industrial Revolution become more important. So the two castles here frame the river. They frame the River Ouse. The dam across the foss prevents anybody sailing up the River Foss anymore. These control access to the city from the south. They control its trade, and they are a really significant part of the military, the administrative, and indeed the economic life of the city of York. So what we'll do now is we'll make our way back down to the walkway. Be careful because it's very dry and dusty, and you might slip, so do take care getting back onto the walkway. And then we're going to make our way all the way round over Skeldergate Bridge, across the pedestrian crossing, all the way round over Castle Mills Bridge, and we'll stop at Fishergate Poston Tower. So that will be our next stop.
Quite a walk, guys, so just come back on very shortly. Hey guys, I'm turning the camera off and now the battery's running low, and conserve a bit of energy, and I'll be back shortly. So guys, this is an interesting walk just coming down here. Let's come around here just for the experience, even the battery running low because of the views. A lot of steps here, just holding on to the rails, and there we are, we're going back out now and across the city of York. Right, so I'm right at the back now, following everybody up. And now switching off, catching up soon. Guys, we're just at Fishergate at the moment. We've got friends of York Walls here, walk tolls. We're just going to go through into there shortly. There's the sheriff.
If people want to have a look inside.
Afternoon, sir. Are you okay to be on camera? I'm just vlogging, sir. My name's. I've just joined on Facebook. Friends of York Walls.
Hello, hi. Welcome everybody.
Really worth going inside. You haven't been doing it.
Oh, well, look how wonderfully dressed everybody is. Welcome everybody. John, have you given the
No,
spiel?
we've just arrived here.
For those of you who are not familiar, this is Fishergate Poston Tower, built in 1504, replacing a previous wooden tower because of all the scares going on in the 15th century. You know, they wanted all parts of the walls to be strengthened. So stone replaced wood, and this was the last bit that was replaced. Then England calmed down. For the next 100 years there wasn't any need really for that because Henry VIII and Elizabeth had got their thumb on any rebellion very well sorted. But until, of course, the 17th century when we had the Civil War, and then everybody wanted the walls back in some kind of shape, and this began to acquire importance again. What we do, we are the Friends of York Walls, and what we do is we open the building 21 days a year. This is one of our open days, especially so it will coincide with the Sheriff's Army. And we've got, if anybody wants to pop upstairs, there are 3 floors, spiral staircase, Tudor toilet, not in use I'm afraid.
Did you say Tudor toilet or Tudor toilet?
Tudor.
Tudor. I mean, we're going to put a hearing problem.
Tudor toilet.
It's a bit of comedy.
Yeah. Well, that means 1504.
Wow.
If you're a historian, is 1504 Tudor or is it late medieval? Big debate.
I would have gone for more late medieval.
We're just using the word Tudor sometimes.
I would have gone for late medieval on that one.
So, also today, I don't know whether you've got the time, but Liam Dennis, who is an officer of the council, is on the top floor because they are in the process of working out what support they can give one of the beams on the roof. It has got damp and it's got woodworm, and they're a bit worried about its strength. But the principle of conservation nowadays is you don't replace, you support. So they're going to put a metal support structure in there which will be very discreet. And he's come today and is letting people on the top floor have a look, if you wish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 10 minutes. So
Okay guys, so we're just inside now, we're going up to the top of this, so just turn the camera out. Using my battery sparingly, I'm just going to go through here. So mind your head as you go through, guys. See the timeline. Said it's only open 21 days a year, so we've got 10 minutes just to have a quick check.
I'll let people go, I just need to go.
Oh my gosh, this is very narrow, guys. Oh my gosh. I've been to Warwick Castle before, isn't it? It's not as narrow as this. This is very narrow. Jeez. Whoops. Be very careful as you go up these. Really. The Warwick Castle is interesting, but not as steep as this. It's over 700 steps at Warwick Castle.
29.
I'm not counting the steps, but I'm going to turn the battery off. So guys, we're just at the 3rd level now. This is what John was just talking about. They're where they're restructuring it. We're going to add to it, build to it rather than onto the woodworm. So I'll just turn the camera on.
If we can
So this
kind
is
of hold people at the bottom for a bit, we've got a few people up here.
So here we are. So, a bit different to Clifford's Tower, totally different. And it's a very nice atmosphere as well. Views outside.
So if you the issues are principally with the beams holding up the
City Walls Trail. Here. There we are. There we go, guys. That's where we just walked through there. So I'll turn the camera off now, guys. Seeing what we need to see in here.
We'll have to look at the place.
So this is it, guys. This is what we're talking about.
So when we're looking at replacement wholesale, however.
Hi guys, we're just in the just the 2nd floor. Speak to a gentleman called Chris here. I'm just going to turn the camera on. Thanks for agreeing to speak to me, Chris. If you can tell me a little bit about this particular part of this building, please.
Okay, well, the building went up about 1505.
Yeah.
Something of the sort. And originally, the first ceiling was the first roof was about that level, or maybe a little bit higher.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see that picture over there.
Yes.
But that is.
This one here.
Yes, that's right. Well, that's a similar building, the other side of the Minster.
Right.
And the roof. This
Yes.
is what the roof would have looked like.
Right.
But about 100 years after the building went up, they decided to put a pitched roof on, which is the one you can see now, and is also depicted here in this picture from 1678,
Wow.
where they used it as a dovecot.
Yeah.
And you can see, if you look closely, you can see in
see
what
there.
terrible shape the walls were at the time.
Yeah, you can tell.
In
Gosh.
1678.
So this
we're
is
lucky
obviously
to
what they're
have
doing
it.
at the moment then.
That's right. Upstairs,
Yeah.
we've got problems with the timber because the timber is recycled from older buildings and wooden ships, and some of it has now got a bit rotten.
Got the way rotten, yeah.
So they're having to strengthen it, otherwise the roof will cave in, which we don't want.
Thank you, Chris, for that.
You're welcome.
Somebody speaking to me. This is the 1st floor, guys. Coming in, it's a bit cool in here. Different structure altogether. Stonework's very good. And there's the Tudor toilet that the gentleman was talking about. There it is. This is the toilet. Oh my gosh, you know where that's going to? Right onto the road. Interesting. So guys, we're going to be at Red Tower soon. I won't be videoing, I'll be just taking pictures if I can. The battery's running low, so I'll edit what I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment, please share, click it, subscribe for free, and I will see you in the next video of being the Yorkshire Scouser. And thank you to everybody I met today. It's been an honour. Here we are, guys. We're just at Red. That's the way there's refreshments. So guys, coming to Robin Hood's Tower shortly. I'll be adding the pin very shortly. Just on Layerthorpe at the moment, where the castle is split. Just got a wedding here, guys. I just thought I'd add that in onto the vlog. I would just like to give a huge thanks to the Mayor and the Sheriff for the refreshments that we had here at the Red Tower. So guys, this is Walmgate Bar. John did do a description on this. My battery had issues as my charger was faulty. But there's the images, just to follow the description. Enjoy the rest of this, and then we've got a little surprise coming up at the very end, which is a recording. Enjoy the rest of the images. Keep watching. Guys, thanks for seeing all the images. Sorry about the video not being continued. That was due to technical errors. Here comes the surprise now. This was recorded, and enjoy. So guys, some lovely ladies with me. We've got a bride here. There's a hen do. I'm just going to turn the camera around.
This is Phoebe's last radio!
Come on, let's show it. Yeehaw! Great stuff. Have a good time, won't you? All right.
Bye, YouTube!
So take care. So guys, that made my day, that did. I thought you would enjoy that. Remember just to please subscribe to the channel, it's free. Leave a comment and share. And I'd like to thank the Sheriff of York, the Lord Mayor, and everybody invited me, Mr. John Oxley and Mr. Tom Gibson especially. And I'll see you next video.